All right, this is a good one. So this is from Rocky Mount Police Department in North Carolina.
That sounds fun.
My agency uses Shotspotter to detect gunfire throughout the city. We constantly respond to Shotspotter activations, which are plotted within the curtilage of the property. And we collect the physical evidence, spent cartridge casings, and so forth that are located at the scene. Does this act violate the Fourth Amendment? Or does our investigation into shots fired give us a right to bin through the curtilage and retrieve the physical evidence?
Interesting, huh?
That's a good one.
Well, we touched on curtilage a little bit already.
These are areas that are protected like the home itself.
Protected like the home itself. So Shotspotter is a great tool, and from what I've seen of it, can be very accurate.
I mean, I think within,
at least put you in the right
several feet. I mean,
yeah, put you in the right spot. That's for sure. So the question is, can we go get this evidence that's on, was it described on, or was it casings or whatever? Maybe shell casings
in the backyard.
So protected like the home itself, right? So is there an argument for any sort of emergency, urgency, or destruction of that? Okay, maybe, but just to go into somebody's yard, to go onto their curtilage without some sort of exception, I don't think so. There's some protections there. And now there may be that argument because, again, is there a necessity? Is that easily removed, destroyed? What's going on?
That's true.
But
isn't my take on it though is their agency based on the Shotspotter?
Inherently, yes. Someone fired a gun.
Okay.
Right. So is there a dead person, a shot person? So inherently there. But now you got to talk. Now we're talking about the case.
No, but my view on it though is, you tell me if you agree. Let's get into the backyard first. Are we even there lawfully? And then if we see the shell casing,
well, that changes things.
Okay, so that answer that question. Do you think?
Okay, so you want to put my feet in the backyard because we're concerned that somebody is shot or there's an exigency?
You said put my pee in the backyard.
I put your feet in the backyard.
Oh, you said feet.
Why are you peeing in somebody's backyard? Put your feet in the backyard.
Okay.
All right, so we're in the backyard because we are trying to locate a victim. Some sort of emergency aid, right? We're trying to find if somebody need our help, right? Is there somebody that's shot?
Yeah.
So if we can justify getting in that backyard to look for someone that's got a hole in them, then now if we see this casing, it's a plain view observation because we have the right to be there.
Gotcha.
And we have the right to see it.
Yep.
Now we can grab and go.
I think that I know Shotspotter pretty well. I know that it's a very good system as far as it's very reliable. They have human. I don't know if you know this, but there's human beings behind.
There's an analysis.
That's
between
right.
the computer and,
which is kind of weird. I think a computer might be better, but so the shots come out on the microphones. It's sent to people in DC or whatever it is where they have their center. They kind of confirm that it's consistent with shots fired.
Do you think that's for the testimonial part?
I think well, they're not going to come to court. I don't think shots fired come to court. But I just think it's just to kind of give like confidence to your agency administrators. That's just not some computer saying, yeah, there's shots fired. They want a human to like at least have confidence.
It's not a firecracker.
It's not a firecracker. And so it sounds like, so the human ear hears it. They're trained. They send it back to the agency, which sometimes can take like 45 seconds or so.
Okay, so there's a delay.
There's a delay, and then we go out and go to the call. Shane says, how old is this call? Of course, that's relevant.
That's a factor.
But most of the agencies that have ShotSpotter are urban areas. This is not Branson, Missouri, right? This is New York. This is, Las Vegas and so forth. So you're going to have basic units on scene pretty quickly.
Pretty quick.
All right. So I think we're in the backyard. And I think we're
in the backyard because
of exigency. Okay. Because we're there to, find dead bodies, maybe stop a person from shooting more and so forth. Now we look on the ground with our flashlight. We see, shell casings in plain view. Let me give you an actual case where a cop was in the backyard for a ShotSpotter, and he saw a shed, and the shed is off the ground. I think they do that for tax purposes, by the way. If the shed is off the ground, it's not a permanent structure.
Really?
Yeah, I know this as I have property in Idaho, and that's what they do in Idaho. So if if there's like 2x4s on, it's not a structure.
Wow,
it's just a piece of, So anyway,
floating shed.
It's a floating shed, so they don't have to pay the property tax. I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So he looks under the floating shed and he sees the gun, and he retrieves it. And one thing leads to another. We have a felon in possession. Are you good with that?
Is there, can you reasonably find a dead body under that?
Absolutely not,
floor
unless
shed?
you have a garden gnome. A garden gnome would fit under that,
Garden, then
but
that-
not a, you know,
I think there's a problem there.
correct.
Yeah.